special edition of Money SOS, where we're looking at how to teach kids the value of money, especially in a digital age. So Kerry, you've been asking your social media followers to tell you their concerns, their thoughts around this subject. What have they been telling you?
Well, I think that's exactly it, this digital age where cash is going out the window. I love cash. Used to love watching it grow. Yeah. I used to love watching it grow in my wallet. But what people are actually worried about, I've got lots of questions here for you. They're worried about that tapping a card is far too easy, and that if their kids have a bank account, they won't see the physical cash actually leaving their hands. And will that then confuse them about the value of money?
It's such an interesting question, an interesting thought, because of course in the future there may be no cash. So what do you advise, Tony?
So this can be a real worry. In fact, 70% of our parents also expressed this as a concern in a recent survey. But there are in fact many apps and accounts that can still allow children to see their money in real time, which can help them learn about financial management. Some children's bank accounts make it really easy to move the money into a savings, so they can see their funds grow and get into the habit of putting this money aside.
Kerry, you have two young boys, youngish boys, 11 and 13, is that right? Yeah. What are you teaching them about money? Do they have bank accounts to use?
They don't have bank accounts yet because I haven't actually known at what age is the right age to open a bank account. I just haven't done it yet. I've always given them their pocket money in cash every month. But actually, this is another question that someone's asked, is like, what age do you recommend starting teaching your kids about money? Because I feel like, have I left it too late?
Goodness me, has she left it too late? So pensions at 3, mortgages at 4?
Well, I do think the earlier the better. Talking to children about money is really important and helps equip them with the skills they'll need to make smart financial decisions for the rest of their lives. You can even talk about the wants and the needs. When you're walking around the supermarket, pointing out the essentials such as fruit and veg, and the treats such as sweets and ice cream. You can also compare how the same product can cost a different amount and ask them to make that choice. So getting them involved in that decision making.
Yeah, I do think that's very important. I like to take my kids shopping so that they can see that, you know, if you get a branded good, it's a lot more expensive than a non-branded good. So that is a very good thing that I like to teach my kids, but I do feel like when it comes to the bigger purchases in life, they're a little less educated about that.
Yeah, indeed. I think we probably all still are, aren't we?
Yeah.
I would be remiss of us not to talk about online safety and scams. Now, I know that a lot of parents are concerned about the lack of physical money, and we've spoken of those things, but actually, as Tony's pointed out, it can be a really great tool to teach your kids how to use money, to stay accountable, and as I said, money may not be there, physical cash may not be there in the future, so actually it's good that our kids are learning this way now, but we cannot ignore, especially with AI, scams and online safety.
Yeah, I think that actually is a very big worry with my audience too. They are definitely concerned that if they don't have physical cash, buying things online, how can they identify a scammer? Because they're so clever now. It's often a case where, how do we identify a scam now? So what advice would you give for that?
We know that in the digital age, more and more of our children are spending money online. But with that comes a considerable risk. And unfortunately, a recent study shows 19% of these children have been subject to an online scam. It's important to explain the risks of shopping online to your child. To protect their money, they should always pay by card. Fraudsters use fake websites, social media profiles, and online marketplaces to offer items for sale that don't actually exist. So tell your child they should never send money direct to a bank account to buy something. Let your children know if they're in any doubt, they should ask a grown-up. And remember, if it sounds too good, then it probably is.
Tony, as a personal finance journalist, if I could get that framed on my wall and everybody's wall, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. This is a great lesson for all of us to learn. Kerry, thank you so much. And to your social media followers, of course, thank them as well. And Tony, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, guys.